Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is episode 167 of my brand new Comics Haul series where I show you guys all the new books that I pick up at my LCS every week. This week we're going to do something a little bit different. I want to start this video off with something new. This video is sponsored by Collectionary. Collectionary is a freemium app that you can use to sort your comics collection. It comes in handy with sorting big collections, small collections of any size. They've got a lot of different features that can help you sort your collections and keep track of all the issues that you're picking up as you grab them, like cover search, which you can use to scan the cover of an issue and then pull it up, figure out information like creators, date published, character appearances, and things like that. There's also the eBay Seeker for people that are looking to be more on the collecting or flipping comic side of things. They have live eBay trackers where they can pull up the last sold different grades for different comics depending on what quality you're looking for in your comics. You can get really specific on there. It's a lot of fun. I do definitely recommend it as someone that collects a lot of comics, so it's a huge recommendation from me. I worked out this sponsorship pretty organically too. I actually met one of the guys over at Collectionary named Steven. He comes to my local comic shop. I'll be really curious to know what you guys think of Collectionary, so I'm going to leave a link in the description if you want to try it out. But let's get on to the rest of the comic haul. Like I said, I picked up 6 issues from 4 different publishers, so a really wide variety of books here. That's usually not the case for me because I'm more of a Marvel and Image guy, as you guys know if you're a longtime viewer of the channel. But we'll start it off with probably the biggest release of the week. We've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1. It's not very often that there's a really big release from IDW, but my guess is that this is going to be one of the best sellers this week. This one is written by Jason Aaron, which was the main reason I picked it up. This is going to be the first TMNT comic I've actually read. I think I did read that free comic book day issue that they published that was kind of setting this one up a couple months ago, but other than that I haven't read anything. So I am looking forward to seeing what the deal is with the Turtles. As far as I know, this series is going to be kind of an anthology format, at least for the first story arc, where they have a different artist on every issue. And I think Jason Aaron's idea behind this first story arc, at least, is that each issue is going to focus on a different turtle and their different situations. So I'm not sure which one this first issue is, but it looks like some kind of jailbreak story arc, and that's what we got a teaser for in that alpha one-shot that was released a couple months ago at this point that was preparing us for this new run. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. If you guys want a review from me for this one, I might have some time to record one, just a non-spoiler one. As someone who's not read TMNT, it might be kind of an interesting perspective, so let me know. But I'm looking forward to this one. If you're planning on picking this one up, let me know down in the comments. I'm curious how big this is actually going to be. Next up, though, we've got one from a publisher that I don't think I've ever bought anything from. This one is Epitaphs from the Abyss. So I was excited to hear that this one was coming out when they announced it a few months ago. But I didn't know it was coming out today, so I ended up having to grab this one off the shelves because my shop luckily had some copies left. This is actually a revival of the EC Comics imprint, which was this really old horror imprint that they're bringing back this kind of style for, where they have the big title cards and everything, like covering half of the issue and then an illustration below. But I guess they got shut down or maybe went out of business many decades ago at this point. But now they have this distributor deal with Oni Press, I think, are the ones who are actually technically publishing the new EC revival, where it's just a new anthology, new horror anthology. Seems pretty uncensored in terms of like how violent it is and everything, which might have actually been part of the reason why EC originally went out of business. I'm not sure if that was connected to the whole like ban on comic books that happened a while ago. I'm not sure what decade that was, but this looks pretty cool. They're going to have some really big creators in every issue. I'm not sure if he is in this issue, but I think James Tynion is even connected to this in some way. Really good looking artwork in here. And yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not like the biggest fan always necessarily of anthologies. I feel like that can go wrong sometimes just when you don't feel very connected to each individual story. But if they're well told, then that's going to be exciting. This one looks like it's actually what's being depicted on the cover, with the characters hiding under the bed from the monsters with chainsaws walking by. Lee Bermejo cover right there is really cool. So yeah, big profile creators on this series. They're also doing another one that's connected to science fiction instead of horror, I think. And yeah, I'll be curious to see what they do with those ongoing series. It looks pretty fun. Next up, we've got stuff from Marvel Comics. I've got 2 Blood Hunt tie-ins from them this week. I've got more independent publisher issues this week than Marvel issues, which is pretty rare for me. But we've got Vengeance of the Moon Knight #7. This is the last Blood Hunt tie-in from this series. There's just going to be 3 issues tying in, just like all the other ongoing series that have been tying into the event, as we're gearing up for #5, the big finale, which I think should be coming out soon. The cover for this one looks really crazy, unlike anything we've seen in Moon Knight before, but it looks like we have Hunters Moon and Tigra traveling to Asgard to break Khonshu out of prison. That's been kind of a prediction for this series, or just, you know, a natural course it could take for a long time now. Khonshu's been imprisoned in Asgard ever since that Avengers Age of Khonshu story arc. That was before Jed MacKay even started his original Moon Knight run, which I want to say was like 4 or 5 years ago at this point that Avengers story arc happened, which Jason Aaron wrote, actually. But now we finally have some more Khonshu action. It's been a really, really big missing part of the series. I won't get into any spoilers, but something happened in the latest issue of Blood Hunt that's really setting up this new Moon Knight relaunch that is going to be happening, I think in October. They're relaunching the series again, even though they just did it under the term Vengeance of Moon Knight. Now it's going to be Moon Knight Fist of Khonshu. The name itself is kind of a spoiler, but I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with this. I don't love the constant rebranding and relaunching, but they're still having Jed MacKay and Alessandro Cappuccio on it, so as long as it's that creative team, I'm going to be on board. Next up, though, we've got another Blood Hunt tie-in. This is the last issue of this miniseries. It's Strange Academy Blood Hunt number 3. I haven't read number 2 yet. I'm a little bit behind on this one. I'm behind on a lot of my Blood Hunt. I definitely have some catching up to do. I was just on vacation, so I'm hoping to get caught up and get more up to date on Blood Hunt and all the other Marvel stuff going on, especially. This one, based on the first issue, though, is just about, the Strange Academy kids during summer. We're still kind of in between big story arcs for Strange Academy in terms of, its ongoing story. Ever since Scotty Young wrapped up his run, we've just had these little mini-series and one-shots where Marvel has been trying to give us updates on Strange Academy without really moving the story forward too much. But what I'm hoping is that they'll give us a new ongoing series for these kids soon, because it was just one of my favorites when Scotty Young was writing it. And this new guy they have, Daniel Jose Older, I think is his name, who's been writing these miniseries, has actually been really good. I think he captures the spirit of all the Strange Academy characters really well. So I'm hoping that they'll have him on an ongoing series, but we'll see if they ever work up to that. That's Strange Academy Blood Hunt. Moving on to Image Comics, though, I've got a couple issues from them. Starting with the Ghost Machine imprint, we've got Rook Exodus number 4. This one has been really good. Not sure if I've read number 3 yet, but I have been really enjoying just this ambitious take on an alien world. It's a little bit complicated. They set up a lot in that first issue that you really need to know going through the rest of the series. But basically it's this character Rook, who's a farmer that was promoted to go to this alien world. I guess not alien, but just a world that humans were able to terraform and call their own since the original Earth was dying. But that turned out to be some kind of corporate scam, and the world actually ended up falling apart, and him and a few other people were left there. And now it's become this kind of Mad Max dystopian world where people have these animal helmets that help them control different species of animals. There's a scary character that controls huge bears, who's the main villain of these first few issues in the first story arc of this series. The artwork in here by Jason Fabak is really, really detailed and really good. I'm not sure how long he's going to be able to stay on this series ongoing. Being published every single month is kind of crazy. But we'll see about this one. It's Jeff Johns writing. We haven't had any other writers on Ghost Machine. And I know originally when they were promoting it, they were talking about there being a lot of different creators involved. So we haven't seen too much of that yet. But he's been doing really good with this one especially. I think this is probably the strongest out of all the Ghost Machine titles that we've had so far. Lastly, though, I've got another universe title, another sub-imprint for Image Comics. This one is Skybound's Energon Universe. We've got Void Rivals number 11. I haven't been reading as much Energon Universe as I was when it first started. I was pretty excited about it when they first announced those first 4 series, and I read through all those. But since then, there hasn't been too much going to really keep me engaged. I'm excited for the G.I. Joe relaunch that they just announced. Just a new ongoing G.I. Joe series, I think, is what they've been working up to on that side of things. But Void Rivals is the space kind of cosmic side of the Energon universe. We've had more of an actual connection to Transformers and what it being called Energon Universe actually means. In the last issue, we had a pretty big reveal on how that's connected to the alien races that this story has been following. So I won't give a spoiler on that, but you definitely need to pick up that last issue to get more of a reveal on how all these different series are going to end up connecting in the long run. This one, though, I just kind of lose track of all the characters besides the main 2 characters, and I kind of lose track of what their motives are, what the different alien governments' motives are. Overall, it's just maybe a little bit convoluted and a little too connected to Transformers and other series than other Robert Kirkman series have been, obviously. They've just been more standalone and more easy to follow month to month. So this one's a little bit hard. I might not continue reading this one ongoing, but we'll see. I do like the artwork by Lorenzo Di Felici. He does a really good job consistently. But those were all the issues I picked up this week. I know I wasn't here last week. I only had a couple issues in my pull list anyway. I was on vacation, so I hope you guys liked that Comics on the Road episode that I published. It seems like that one has been getting a pretty good response from you guys. I am not going to be here next week either, though. I'll be on vacation again, but then after that I'll be home for a couple weeks to record regular hauls. I do have a video that I'm going to have pre-posted for next week, though, so you guys will get another Comics on the Road episode next Wednesday that I recorded in Seattle. So hopefully if you guys like the first one, you'll also enjoy that video. And of course, like I said, said, make sure to check out Collectionary. I'll leave a link down in the description below, and let me know in the comments what you think of it if you give it a try. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.